Welcome to botany class. Let's move to the next topic, bacteria. Today's topic is bacteria. Bacteria, the name is very familiar to you all. Have you noticed the preparation of curd in our homes? A little curd changes the milk into curd. What's the reason of changing this curd? Do you know the bacteria is a friend or a foe? So first let's see the bacteria. Is the bacteria friend or foe to the human? Is bacteria friend or foe? You know very well because you learned from lower classes. Bacteria has the beneficial role as well as it causes diseases. Certain examples very commonly we can observe from our day-to-day life. Curd preparation in our home. A little drop of curd changes the milk into curd. What's the reason? Because of the bacteria Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus bacteria changes this. So it gives the soreness because of lactic acid. The lactic acid which gives the taste of sour. So it's a beneficial activity of the bacteria. So is it a friend or foe? During this aspect, the bacteria becomes a friend. But have you been the victim of typhoid? There are some bacteria which causes disease. The name of bacteria is Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid. So there are some bacteria which is beneficial and Salmonella typhi which causes typhoid. It is disease causing. So bacteria is a friend or foe. So first question you are going to learn today is bacteria a friend or foe. Due to certain activities, because role of bacteria is very important, it's beneficial as well as it causes diseases. So it acts as a friend and a foe. Let's see the milestones of bacteria. The word bacteria was first introduced by Anton von Leeuwenhoek, but he is not introducing the word bacteria. He introduced the name as animalcules. There are certain organisms, particles, which are causing diseases, which was determined by Anton von Leeuwenhoek in the year 1676. Robert Koch, he was the founder of modern bacteriology. What is meant by bacteriology? The study of bacteria is called as bacteriology. So this Robert Koch was the founder of modern bacteriology, and he also found out the causative agent of anthrax, cholera and tuberculosis. You know very well these all are diseases, bacterial diseases. Anthrax is a bacterial disease, cholera is a bacterial disease, as well as tuberculosis is the bacterial disease. So this bacterial causative agent was demonstrated by Robert Koch. So he was the founder of modern bacteriology. Then in the year 1829, C.G. Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg was the person who introduced the term bacterium. Bacterium, the word bacterium was introduced by C.G. Ehrenberg in the year 1829. Then in the year 1884, Christian Gram. There are two different kinds of bacteria based on the staining capacity. That is gram staining, gram positive and gram negative. Now in the year 1884, Christian Gram found out a method of staining, that is Gram staining method. So, Gram staining method was given by Christian Gram. Then 1923, in the year 1923, David H. Burgee, he published the first edition of Burgee's Manual. Burgee's Manual was published by David H. Burgee. In the year 1928, Frederick Griffith, he informed that bacterial transformation is introduced by Frederick Griffith through his experiment in the year 1928. Then in the year 1952, Joshua Lederberg, in the year 1952, he found out plasmid. Plasmid was found out by Joshua Lederberg. So, these all are milestones in bacteriology. So, Robert Koch, he was the founder of modern bacteriology. Also, he found out the causative agents of anthrax, cholera and tuberculosis. In the year 1829, C.G. Ehrenberg, who coined the term bacterium. In the year 1884, Christian Gram found out the method of Gram staining. 1923, David H. Burgee published the first edition of Burgee's Manual. And in the year 1928, Frederick Griffith, he was introduced the bacterial transformation. And 1952, Joshua Lederberg found out plasmid. So, what is bacteria and where it lives? This bacteria is omnipresent. It is present everywhere. We can see in the soil, water, air, everywhere bacteria lives. So, bacteria is a unicellular microscopic organism, disease causing agent, and it is not only causing diseases, it is beneficial to human activities also. There is role of industry of bacteria is it gives the important role, significantly it gives beneficial effect, and it causes diseases in human, plants as well as animals. So, this bacteria, how to define bacteria? Bacteria is prokaryotic. Prokaryotic, microscopic organisms, omnipresent, it present everywhere. Prokaryote, you know, prokaryotic organisms which is genetic material is present without well defined nucleus. Well defined nucleus is absent, membrane bound organelles also absent. That type of organism is prokaryotic organism, and it is microscopic organism, bacteria. There are certain general characteristic features of bacteria. When you look at the structure of bacteria, this bacteria which consist of cell wall, this is the cell wall, inner plasma membrane, and outside there is a capsule, and inside cytoplasm is present. Here inside cytoplasm with nuclear genetic material. Generally, the bacteria is prokaryotic organism. So, it is a prokaryotic organism. Prokaryotic organism do not possess well defined nucleus. But what is this? This is known as nucleoid. Nucleoid is present, or it can be say as incipient nucleus. Nucleoid or incipient nucleus, because we cannot say this as nucleus. If nucleus, it is observed only in eukaryotic organism which possess well defined nucleus. Here the well defined nucleus is absent, but genetic material is present. And this bacteria is possess cell wall. This is cell wall. The bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan and proteins. It makes this cell wall. Inner to the cell wall there is a plasma membrane, and this part is cytoplasm. And some bacteria, there is a thick coat surround outer to this cell wall, which is used for desiccation. So this substance, it gives protection to this, and it is also helps for the attachment of the plant body, plant root tissues, or on the surface of the teeth or tissues. For attachment, this helps the bacteria. And this bacteria which possess flagella, and certain bacteria, most of the bacteria generally, there are two different types of nutrition. Mode of nutrition is either heterotrophic. If chlorophyll is absent, it leads heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Certain bacteria which possess bacteriochlorophyll. If bacteriochlorophyll is present, it leads to autotrophic mode of nutrition. So, without chlorophyll, bacteriochlorophyll, it leads heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And reproduction takes place vegetatively by means of binary fission or endosperm formation, vegetative method. But genetical recombinations, there are conjugation, transformation, and transduction. Conjugation, transformation, and transduction. So, these are the general characteristic features of bacteria. Now, bacteria, there are different classifications shows the size and shape as well as the flagellation. Based on the size, based on the shape, here we are going to study two classification. One is based on shape. Based on the shape of bacteria, there are different types. Bacteria varies in shapes. The spherical shaped bacteria is known as coccus. Spherical shaped bacteria are known as coccus. The rod shaped bacteria, this is one of the example of rod shaped bacteria. The rod shaped bacteria is Bacillus. And there are some bacteria, they are spiral shaped, Spirillum. And Vibrio, bracket shaped. This bacteria is Vibrio. So, this coccus bacteria, the spherical or round shaped bacteria are named as coccus. They are again classified into monococcus, diplococcus, or tetracoccus. So, if it is single, you can say it is the monococcus, coccus bacteria. If it is 2 in number, it says as diplococcus. And if it is 4 in number, it is tetracoccus. Or sometimes this coccus bacteria attached as a chain. So, this is Streptococcus. if it is attached in the form of a chain called as Streptococcus. And sometimes it is attached in the form of bunch, as a bunch. They are known as Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus. So, these all are based on the shapes of bacteria. Depend on the shape, bacteria is classified into different types. They are coccus, diplococcus, tetracoccus, streptococcus, staphylococcus, spirillum and vibrio. So, this is one type of classification based on shape of bacteria. Then another classification is there based on flagellation. Based on flagellation, the bacteria may be classified into monotrichous, it possesses a single flagella, monotrichous. Monotrichous consists of flagella is very important locomotory organ of bacteria, and this flagella used for movement. So, this is the locomotory organ. Based on the flagella, there is a classification. If one flagella is there, it is monotrichous. Mono, single, only one, monotrichous. Then amphitrichous. If two flagella are present there, both the sides, it is called amphitrichous. Amphitrichous. And sometimes there is a tuft of flagella at one side or both the sides. There is a tuft of flagella. This classification is Lophotrichous. Monotrichous, amphitrichous, Lophotrichous. Then sometimes the flagella is surround its body. The whole body is surrounded by flagella. It is known as peritrichous. And sometimes the bacteria which lacks flagella, so it is known as atrichous. So, there are two different classifications. Number of classifications are there. These are two classifications. One is based on shape of bacteria, another one based on flagellation. Based on flagellation, there are monotrichous, amphitrichous, Lophotrichous, peritrichous and atrichous. Then when you see the ultrastructure of bacteria, the bacteria which consist of cell wall, cytoplasm, outer side there is a cell wall, outer to the cell wall there is a capsule. So, capsule, cell wall and cytoplasm is present there. The cell wall which is made up of peptidoglycan, outer to the cell wall there is a thick coating, that is capsid. So, it is used for attachment. The bacteria which attaches on the surface of either plant body or animal tissues anywhere. So, it gives protection, and inner to that there is a cell wall. The cell wall of bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan, and inner to this cell wall there is a plasma membrane, and inside the cytoplasm is present. The cytoplasm which consists of this incipient nucleus or nucleoid. You remember that whenever you are writing this bacteria, because it is a prokaryotic organism, bacteria is a prokaryotic organism which possesses nucleoid or incipient nucleus. That means it do not possess well defined nucleus. Like eukaryotic organism, it do not possess well defined nucleus. Also, membrane bound cell organelles are absent. And there is a plasmid. In the year 1952, Joshua Lederberg who found plasmid. So, plasmid is a extracircular DNA present in the bacterial body. For recombination, all the recombination technology, recombination experiments, this plasmid is very useful. It plays very important role in genetic engineering. Nowadays, in many fields, medicine, pharmaceuticals, or so many areas, the genetic engineering technology is implemented. So, this tissue culture technology as well as this genetic engineering method, gene manipulation, this bacteria plays very important role because of the presence of this plasmid. The plasmid is the extracircular DNA which is present here. It can be altered. So, nowadays insulin is prepared by this method. They are taking out, we can alter. There are recombination technology, recombination method, genetic engineering technology. It introduces vaccine formation, vaccine production, protein, antibiotics, so many things are produced. Disease resistant varieties, all these are used by this plasmid. So, next class let us see the ultrastructure of bacterial cell. So, what are the questions you are going to learn today? First question, bacteria a friend or foe? Because it shows beneficial activity and it also causes diseases. Due to these reasons, it is called as friend and foe. So, either it is friend or foe. So, depend upon the question you have to answer. There are some examples are given, two examples. One is lactobacillus turning curd, milk into curd. Then Salmonella typhi, causative agent of typhoid. So, it shows the foe. This beneficial activity shows bacteria is a friend. Then second question is classification. Based on shape there is a different classification. Based on flagella there is another classification. And these are the one word question. What are the milestones in bacteriology? Then structure of general characteristic feature of bacteria and definition of bacteria. Define bacteria. Bacteria is a prokaryotic, microscopic, omnipresent organism because it present everywhere. And it was introduced in the year 1676 by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. He introduced the name animalcules. And what are the general characteristic features? Generally, bacteria which is prokaryotic and there is no well defined nucleus. It contains nucleoid or incipient nucleus. And the cell wall, tell about the cell wall. Then the mode of nutrition, it is heterotrophic or autotrophic. Autotrophic based on bacteriochlorophyll. Certain bacteria which possess bacteriochlorophyll, that leads autotrophic mode of nutrition, others lead heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and reproduction takes place by vegetative method, binary fission and endosperm formation, and recombination method, conjugation, transformation and transduction. Learn all these questions before the next class. Thank you.